Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and with the announcement that the mid-month update is actually going to compress all of the ultimates into one massive update, I thought now is an excellent time to revisit some of these characters, especially the two banger Marvels, Captain Marvel and Blue Marvel and Black Panther, and see what they can do. So I'm going to start with probably the oldest character here and the one that has never gotten a uniform before, Blue Marvel, and see how good he is now, what he needs to be better, and how they can really express his true power level, because for those of you that missed it in 2017, he was a banger. He definitely was a banger when he came out, thanks to crazy skills and crazy passive. So I'll show you guys a quick little intro to his skills. You just saw there he has an infinite beam skill, which I'm crossing my fingers gets kept, because we love these skills. They're super cool. And in this case, it looks super dope. It's like a Kamehameha, just on repeat, on continuous. His fifth skill is very cool, and it's got that sort of super guard break animation. Really dope. It's very reminiscent, right? And he has this really cool charge up, like, you know, Dragon Ball type aura around him. But this is very reminiscent of Sentry's fifth skill. It looks just like that, except Sentry came out at the end of 2020. And this dude came out at the end of 2017, so 3 years before. This is sort of Sentry before his time. His third skill is a little punch with an iframe, and it's got that guard break and knockback kind of effect, but usually just do it for the buff that it gives. His second skill, long iframe, pretty nice stuff, just fairly straightforward, nothing too flashy. And then his first skill is more iframes and more knockup and more guard break. Yeah, so let's go take a look at his passives really quickly, and then we'll jump into some content here. As you can see, I was saying about super guard break. 3 of his active skills have super guard break: 5, 3, and 1. Which for a character that came out in 2017 is crazy, right? Because you then compare him to Sentry, who has 4, actually 5. What he has is his 6th skill. So if you don't count his 6th skill, Sentry only has 1 more skill that has super guard break compared to Blue Marvel, and of course, like I said, he came out 3 years earlier. Now, in addition to super guard break on a lot of his skills, which is crazy, he's got this insane passive, Invulnerable Body, which reduces all damage received by 70%. Now, I gotta say, it's a bit of a misleading number. You think 70% damage reduction, this dude's gonna be the ultimate tank. He was pretty tanky when he came out, okay? But you could still kill him. He wasn't invulnerable, even with additional characters on the team to lower the damage that he takes. Now, this was before Colossus was in the game with the Phoenix Force uniform. It was before that, but we had ways of reducing damage, and there were teams with Blue Marvel, especially because a lot of people would run Thanos and other villains. Blue Marvel plus Shuri, Blue Marvel plus Coulson, you know, any kind of villain damage reduction to really beef him up. But if you can pair this passive with a villain or hero damage reduction, then you can start to get to pretty crazy reductions. And then his regular tier 2 passive, super armor all defense, which is very nice, skill damage, bonus damage, and just a flat always on 70% chance to penetrate barrier and immunity. Now, it's not shield, so he's not going to penetrate through Carol's shield that she puts up on her 5th skill. He's not going to penetrate immediately through invincibility. So there are some ways to get around him and sort of counter him, especially in PvP. But at the time, this was a very strong effect. And basically, if he caught you out of invincibility, he would 1-shot you or 2-shot you. And if you didn't have invincibility obelisk on you, it was just a matter of time before he would whittle you down. So the build I have on him is actually still the build that I kept from a long time ago. The only thing I've done since then is I've leveled him up to level 70, and I changed around his 4th gear roll because it was ignore defense, and he doesn't need that anymore, so he has more crit damage. But he actually has really good Urus. Like, this is actually a really solid Uru build. We got a bunch of 5-star energy attack, we got HP, and if you go over here, he's got, you know, 55% crit rate, almost capped dodge, he's got capped cooldown, and he's got 160% crit damage. That's not bad. That's not bad, baby. And then keep in mind, okay, he doesn't have all defense down. This is way before all defense down. So he does have a frenzy buff. He has a very nice frenzy buff for the time, okay, for when this came out. It's a very good frenzy buff. But he doesn't have any all defense down. This is way before all defense down was a thing. He actually has 2 different frenzy buffs. But he does have, and he will probably keep, the leadership role, which means that pairing him up, you know, post-update, right, when he gets his uniform and whatever, pairing him up with White Fox is going to yield massively strong results. Now, let's go ahead and throw him on a team here. Like I said, we don't need to worry about all defense down because he doesn't have any. So we're just gonna go into Black Dwarf for, you know what? Let's try 99 as a quick little benchmark here with Nick Fury and White Fox, and we'll see how he does. All right, so this is probably gonna be way too difficult for him, but I'm just curious. I'm honestly just curious. It's a lot of buffs here. We're gonna do 5, cancel into 4. It's honestly not bad. It's honestly not bad. Pierce is doing the majority of the work here. The only other thing that Blue Marvel is really missing is a heal. You can see he takes very little damage though. You gotta admit though, the thing that's crazy is he's taking very little damage. So, okay, the damage is basically all my Pierce, but the crazy thing is he's tanky enough to just stand there, right? He's tanky enough to just stand there for 30 seconds and just take a beating from Black Dwarf. We can definitely play better, but let's go to a bit more of a realistic stage for him. But, you know, given the amount of Pierce that I have and given the team up, I honestly think he can do stage 80. We just need to be a little bit careful. I think what I'm going to do is, he has very short cooldown, so I think I'm going to do 3 cancel 4 proc, and then I'm going to delay the 5 into the 4 for the next one, because it just 5 into 4 tends to proc kind of early. So we're just going to do 3 for the buff into 4 for the proc. Okay. Then we're going to do 5. Oh, I got bled. Ah, he got bled. Okay, so the other thing is, right now, he doesn't have a lot of defensive. I think he only has like a 3-second immunity on his 4th skill. So that's definitely going to be something that he's going to need to get bumped up. But it's not bad. Let's get into the corner here so he can't bump me out of the shield as easily. He still manages to bump me out of the shield. Yeah, you can see the 5 actually doesn't give me anything, and the 4 only gives 3 seconds of immunity. So it's actually iframes. For the most part, it's iframes that Blue Marvel uses to defend himself with, because he actually doesn't have much in the way of immunity or invincibility. And good thing he has super armor, because if he did, oh, he's gonna die here for, oh, okay, so it's the bleed. That's really annoying. Yeah, so that's another thing that I just honestly didn't remember about the character, but that's really the glaring flaw here, is that he has nothing defensively on any skill except for Magnificent Beam, where he gives himself 3 seconds of immunity, but otherwise, you know, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have any invincibility. So 3 seconds of immunity, and that's it on just one skill is pretty tough. It's going to be pretty tough to win with that, but let me try one more time. The only difference here is we're going to use Ancient One, and I'm going to see if Ancient One's debuff removal will protect me from the bleed long enough so that he can get this win off. All right, here we go. Blue Marvel, take, I don't know how many. Okay, that was pretty good. We're going to do 3 and then 4. Okay, no proc. We can sit here. We're going to do 5, 3, 4. There we go, nice. Okay. Nice. Okay, okay, not bad, not bad, not bad, okay. But yeah, he's still tanking. He still needs to tank the majority of the damage, right? So not having a heal here is kind of killing him, eh? Literally. I mean, I could run away, but with a 3-second immunity only, there's really not much time that I have to do damage. I have a very small window here. Whew. But you can see he's fast. His movement speed, that boy fast. Woo, and so he can just dip away. But yeah, he definitely needs. But stage 80 with this much pierce is still pretty impressive for this guy. You know, this is a 160 proc, so he's no. Nah, he's not gonna break that. He's no slouch though. Right? Definitely not a slouch. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotta be careful here. I wonder what other abilities they're gonna give Blue Marvel. Accumulation would be really nice, of course. We love accumulation here at Marvel Future Fight. Having a having a frenzy buff that also includes crit rate, because the crit rate buff is only on his 3rd skill, and I'm actually not sure if the crit rate buff interferes with. Yeah, just the damage window with full protection is just so small. We missed our proc. I think we procced on 5. Yeah, what does he do on the team up? Oh, he does 4 on the team. Oh, and he's gone. Dang, so it's still pretty tough. Yeah, really the issue for him right now, like, you know, I could go to a lower stage and just do it faster, but really the issue for him right now that the devs are going to have to address, firstly, is making that immunity at least 5 seconds. Like, you know, even with crazy amounts of pierce, even with crazy amounts of damage, if you don't have iframes or immunity or invincibility, or a heal, right, or crazy amounts of heal, then eventually you're going to take too much damage. But I want to try one more thing with him. I don't think this is going to work, but I just want to do it for fun because he used to be very, very good for PvP. So we're going to do a little test here with, we're going to throw Colossus in on the team, and then we're going to throw in Nick Fury as well, because we're going to give him a damage bump, basically. His leadership, by the way, is 50% all defense, which again feeds into the idea of him being a super tank for PvP with that 70% damage reduction. But what we're going to do instead here is we're going to throw in Nick Fury with the lead, with the crazy all attack lead and the extra buffs against villains, and then he's got a 160 proc with guard break immunity. Let's just jump into a few fights here. We're gonna I spy some teams here. We're gonna sort of pick out some villains maybe. Okay, so I actually had to search through my friends list to find somebody who didn't have Sentry, who wasn't running Sentry lead, which I think is probably Blue Marvel's best chance to actually do anything here. And I was right. Okay, I think when we get to Quicksilver we might be toast, but when we get to Sentry we're definitely toast. But Jean Grey is one of the old guard, so I think... Oh no. Look how much damage he's... Well, he's taking a lot of damage, actually. Oh no. No, Quicksilver, please, Boner. Please, Ralph. Oh yeah. We did it, boys. We lasted. Yeah, no. He's gonna need... No. Yeah, I don't think any of these guys have guard break immunity, which is the only reason why I was doing damage to Jean Grey in the first place. But you can imagine, right, with an upgrade to skills that are going to hit hard the way that skills in 2021 do, like this year, if they keep, like, this dude's going to be a menace. If they keep the super guard break on 5 and 3 and 1, you see how he locked up that Jean Grey? Imagine with actual damage instead of like a, you know, right? Instead of, what is that? Well, a 35k energy attack is actually not bad, but you sort of get what I'm saying here. He definitely has the potential to be, and he was able to withstand, you know, multiple skills from Quicksilver as a tier 3 to a tier 2 is another, you know, pretty impressive feat, considering he's got less than 10k physical attack, he's got less than 50k HP, and like I said, it's a tier 2 character taking damage from a tier 3 character who doesn't even have a he doesn't even have a uniform to have all those extra stats, right? So most tier 3 characters can't even hang in PvP to begin with. So that was just a quick little, you could call it a showcase. I just call it, you know, a quick little fun little friendly match there with someone from my friends list. Thank you. You know who you are. And yeah, so hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Blue Marvel. I was a bit surprised. Only 3 seconds. You know, because you even compare, right, back in the day to the characters that he came out at the same time with, for example, Nova. And Nova has a guard on his 3rd skill. And then he's got 5 seconds of invincibility here. So that's a lot more. 5 seconds is more than 3 seconds. And then he also gets the guard. And then Anti-Man, right? I believe Anti-Man also has... what does he have here? He has all defense for 7 seconds, which is cute. But he gets 5 seconds of immunity with accumulation. So yeah, Blue Marvel got the least. So maybe they were sort of trying to balance them at the time. Wow, MFF balancing in 2017. They were trying to balance the 70% damage reduction, so they only gave him a 3 second immunity. But yeah, if this dude gets a heal, an auto heal like Wolverine, it's gonna be very, very interesting. So hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on Blue Marvel. What do you think he needs or deserves as a crazy cosmic powerhouse? What does he need this year to compete with the current meta in the game? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.